we'll look back after the break, but Rodri's clearance on the line, Guardiola was celebrating that like it was a goal as well. Fantastic clearance when Fabinho should have scored, but the game had everything. It was brilliant.
It did, and it has rounded off our Premier League Sunday. And of course our Premier League weekend before we head into the international break. That began in the northwest in Manchester with Everton getting a point against Manchester United, of course, and Norwich getting their first point of the season, Chelsea returning to winning ways, a first win of the campaign for Leeds as well, back-to-back wins for Wolves, and 10 points out of 12 now for Arsenal. They got a 0-0 draw at Brighton. Earlier on today, Leicester let a 2-goal lead slip, 2-2 at Palace. Huge result for Spurs after 3 straight defeats, beating Aston Villa by 2-1. Real drama at the London Stadium. A late 94th minute winner for Brentford. They've done it again. 3 wins in the Premier League for the new boys. And what can you say about that 2-2 draw? It was sensational at Anfield between Liverpool and Manchester City. So the table as we head into the international break shows Chelsea at the top. But look at those familiar 4 names in the top 4 and look at them separated by only 2 points. Chelsea 1 clear of Liverpool, who are 1 clear of City and United, and also on their coattails level on points on 14 are Everton and Brighton right in the top 6, and Brentford, courtesy of that late minute winner, have gone up into the top 7, 12 points from their first 7 Premier League games. As I say, Norwich got their first point on the board, but Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley and Southampton, 4 teams still to win this season, and Burnley and Newcastle are with Norwich currently in the drop zone. 3 Premier League games he's played for Manchester City against Liverpool. He's now scored in each and every one of them. He talked about the intensity and the atmosphere. Let's see what it was like, because the former Liverpool great John Barnes was there for us at Anfield watching it. I mean, it was brilliant from a distance. John, what was it like being in the stadium to watch that second half in particular?
It was fantastic, and particularly from a Liverpool perspective, the second half, because the first half and the last 20 minutes we were hanging on. City were by far the better team. Second half we were much more intense, determined. We pressed higher up the field, we won the ball, we had some possession, and of course Mo Salah scored a goal worthy of winning any game, but it probably would have been a bit harsh on City had we won, because that's the best I've seen City play this year. They're much more intricate and methodical in their play. We're much more dynamic and direct, so it was a game of 2 teams playing with the right identity, which suits them. So it was a great game for the neutral, great game for the fans, and a fair result.
John, it's Michael. You just touched on Mo Salah's goal there. You've jinked past a few players in your time on that pitch behind you. What did you think of the goal? And where do you see him, as his standing in the game at the moment?
Listen, he's one of the greatest players in the world at the moment in time, and he's playing with the right attitude, the right commitment, and the club decisions. And as I said, that's the best I've seen him play. And of course, there's somebody standing to my left now who probably one of the best players in the world. And I think he's going to come in, Kevin De Bruyne, who had a fantastic game. Brilliant, John. Thank you very much indeed for now. The intensity of City, that's interesting. John says the best they've played this season. Yeah, I think that's, we said already about the intensity that both sets of players. I think we can't really single out a single player today. They give everything to the cause, to both shirts. But I think City, we said before the game, the quality they have on the ball, the intensity, I think that's how Pep Guardiola demands off his team. High intensity over the pitch, be that defending or attacking, and we've seen that in spades today, and I think John's right. The draw is a fair result. The minimum City deserved, I felt today, was a draw. And the way they came back, because most teams after that Salah goal would have been deflated, wouldn't they? Yeah, when you're throwing everything at Liverpool, and then, after a certain amount of time, you're actually still behind, you'd forgive them for thinking it's not our day. We've played so well, but, a sublime piece of skill has gone and won the game, but no, City kept going right the way through to the end, and that's what made the game. I mean, it was 2 heavyweights going head to head for the full 90 minutes. A brilliant spectacle. Yeah, and they played like champions, didn't they? Yeah. I mean, that's the reason they're champions. We talk about them, how good a team they are, and I still think there is a missing link with the number 9. I know I'm sort of harping on, people say probably we should stop talking about it. I do feel if they had a number 9 up there as well, I think they'd be even stronger. But the players, even the players come off the bench, Sterling looked really good when he came on, and of course we talked about Foden just in an interview. He is a top player, and great game today. I think for me, probably man of the match for Phil Foden today. Yeah, simply loves playing against Liverpool, doesn't he, Phil Foden? He does. I have to agree with Shay. I know Mo Salah scored one of the goals of the season so far, but I thought Phil Foden was tremendous right from minute 1 right to the end. Scored a goal as well, created chances, give Liverpool problems down that left hand side. I thought he was exceptional. So 2 wide players
playing particularly well, and as John Barnes was alluding to, he knows a thing or two about good wide players.
Now we're delighted to be joined by the man who got City's second goal. Kevin De Bruyne is with us live from Anfield. Kevin, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We're breathless just watching that. What on earth was it like to play in?
It was quite intense.
Phil, what a game. Do you have to get your breath after that?
Yeah, you know, it's very difficult to come here with the fans. You know, it's one of the most difficult grounds to come to, and yeah, I thought we dealt with it really well today.
What was the game like in terms of the way it seesawed? Who had the ascendancy? Who scored first? You came back twice.
Yeah, man, you know, I had it all. It was end to end at times. Yeah, it was such a brilliant game, and yeah, we're stuck in there to the end, and yeah, we're happy to get a draw, and another day we could have took the 3 points.
Were you disappointed not to go in at half time ahead, given the amount of chances you had?
Yeah, especially me, you know, I had a couple of chances myself. Kev had a header, back post. Yeah, it was quite disappointing not to go in at half time ahead, but you know, we kept the momentum when we came out for the second half, and yeah, we digged in there.
You felt you should have had a foul or possibly a penalty in the first half, but was there even a stronger feeling amongst the City players that James Milner perhaps should have had a second card?
You know, I'm an honest guy. I don't like to go down when I get fouled. You know, I try to stay on my feet and be honest. You know, I'd like to see the refs, you know, reward a free kick or whatever it was, a penalty for that. But yeah, whatever it is, you know, it happens and it's football, and I thought we dealt with it well.
What does it say about City though, coming back twice from behind today?
Yeah, it shows our character, you know. We've not won here a lot. And yeah, we showed our character when we went behind, just carried on playing our football. We didn't look bothered, and yeah, we played really well today.
Tell us about the goal. Did it need unerring accuracy? There was only a small gap for you.
Yeah, you know, there was a lot of room to put it across goal. But yeah, I thought I'd just put my laces through it and hope for the best, and yeah, I was happy to see it going back in the net.
Great stuff. Well done, Phil.
Thank you.